Okay, so in this still part of the part 3 video tutorial series, right? Which is right here. Blocking out your model's main shape. That's the theme. And previously I was showing how to block out the treasure chest and the perfume bottle. And this is purely just blocking out shapes. When it comes to refining and additional things, it will have its own section with other objects. So I'm gonna do it for this one. It's an arcade game machine, right? So these image references were found on the web. They're pretty high resolution. Anyway, um, so for this one, it's kind of dark. So initially it'll come out like this, right? Okay. And under the image plane attribute editor, invert, invert. Alright. So I have to name them. This is a 3/4 front. This one is literally a side view. Yeah. So just off of these, I can start to build it. Where's my front? There's my front. Pull it back there. Pull it back there. Right. That should do it. I gotta delete these. I'm gonna dump it in here. Alright, if I'm going too fast, refer back to my tutorial series. Alright. Okay, so grab it, set it to reference. Right, and I might just grab this one, make a copy of it, bring it more forward, put it over here, maybe make it a little bit bigger so I can just see what it's all about. Attribute editor, invert it so I can see it. Right, so that, okay. Alright, just to read what it is. Alright, so spacebar into here. So first thing I need to do, okay, so it's leveled. Well, not really. Oh, God damn it. We'll just bring it down like that. So it's more leveled. Good. Alright, now I'm gonna lock it. So based off the side view, you know what? Grab it and put in the midline. Super important. Okay, good. Lock it. Alright. From here, cube, create polygon primitives, cube, right? And I'm gonna add my subdivision lines, which I explained in the very first video. Reason why. I'm gonna press D as in David once, press V as in Victor, hold it down, grab it from the arrow, up arrow, shove it down, press W, get out of it, yank this up to my midpoint, not midpoint, but the ground level, super important. Press R, scale it from the center out, like so. Then, okay, I'm gonna pull up to here, right? I noticed this shape going like that, right? But if I look carefully, this is the outer skin, shell, and it recedes inward, right? So this part is a little tricky. Well, I need to make that shell anyway. Everything else will come afterwards. Okay. So there's two parts to this. I'm gonna just block out this shape first. Yeah. So from here, the thickness wise, looking in here, it could be thicker, right? So I'll just pull it like that. Just kind of guesstimating, right? And right. Okay. And then from here, I'm gonna pull this out. I need to pull that out. So, oh, let me save this first. Control Alt S, increment and save. And then from here, right click. Okay, so from here, front view, right click, face mode. I'm gonna select that. Oh, stop it. That. Press 4, making sure I don't select anything else. Press 5 to get out of it. Shift right click and hold. Extrude face. Oh god, not you again. Spacebar. Over there. I'm gonna pull up. Press 4. Yank it all the way up to here. Okay. Press 5. And then from here, yeah, I'm gonna click outside. Right click, go to vertex mode. Right click and hold vertex mode. Grab that. Oh god, but it's so bright. Right click object mode. I'm gonna grab my photo reference. I'm gonna go into my attribute editor, color gain, tone it down. Just I can't even see what my geometry. Let's start. I'll just deal with that for now. Just leave it dark for now. Alright, so from here, right click, vertex mode. I'm gonna yank those two like that. Not just selecting one, because you're gonna do that. Yank all of that, pull it up, like that. Then I'm gonna yank this, like that. Okay. Then, right here, this thing right here. So I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna yank it right around here. Yeah. Okay. I need to make a cut across here. Right, I need to yank that. Alright, see, it gets a little bit tricky. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is right click edge mode. I need to select this edge. Spacebar, right? And I am gonna select the other edge. 4. God, those things are annoying me. Press 5. I'm gonna shift right click. Right, shift and right click and hold. Delete edge. Right. I don't want that line because I'd have to, deal with that line when I'm pushing things. The points that it leaves behind. Object mode, spacebar here. I need to add an edge loop here and here. Shift right click, insert edge loop. Okay, so it won't let me. Right. Okay. Object mode. I need to make a cut here and a cut here. Probably a cut here. So I'm going to introduce a tool called shift right click. Multi-cut tool. Wait, multi-cut tool? No, where are you? Alright, so it is the multi-cut tool. So object mode, select it, right click and hold, multi-cut. Okay. So you'll notice how it's gonna behave. It's gonna behave strange. Well, I need to slice across certain areas. And I'll explain why I need to do that. Like for example, I need to cut across here. So first thing I do from the outside, I'm gonna eyeball where it's gonna cut across. Hold down Shift. Now with my left mouse button, click once and drag across. That. Again, that is from eyeball where I want to make my cut. Okay. Right around here. Hold down Shift. Hold down, press and hold down left mouse button, drag across. It'll make a straight line. When you hold down that Shift, it makes a straight line. But first you have to hold down Shift, right? Again, try again. Hold down Shift, left click, drag across, straight line. Good. Right. Then I need to make another cut here. Right click, Shift right click and I'm gonna hover over this line. Shift right click and hold. Because if I do it outside, it does this. But if I'm touching something of the object, it will it'll recognize and activate the tool. I need to make a cut going across this way. Shift right click and no. Hold down Shift, left click and drag. Okay, so I'm back. And I'm gonna take away this line to be where I left off. So here we are, right? And from here, same thing. Hold down Shift, right click. Oh, look, yeah. I gotta hover over the object like it's line. So right here, Shift, right click. God damn. There, multi-cut. So I'm gonna make another cut going across like here, and I'll explain why. I'm gonna do hold down Shift, left click and hold and drag. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Undo that. I'm gonna do it right here, right underneath him. So hold down Shift, left click, drag across like that. Then I'm gonna carefully grab this right here, meaning marquee select it, pull up. Okay, so that's fine, that's good. Then I'm gonna just drag these guys because I don't want these things to be too close, because it may and probably will cause issues if I end up smoothing it. Because when you have construction lines and vertices too close to each other, they tend to get too tight and squish on top of each other. So I'm gonna drag this. I'm gonna not drag that down, but I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna just kind of grab it like that, right? Maybe I'll grab that. Just trying to make the line quality, it's kind of the same, you know, like running parallel. It could be a little bit bigger, it's fine. And then that's what I did. Okay, made that. Yank these guys up. Make sure these aren't too close to each other. Or, you know what though? Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that. Grab that. I'm gonna yank it. See? Grab these two, and I'm gonna yank it. Marquee select, just make sure you have marquee select on. That way we blocked in some major shapes. And I'm gonna grab this and yank it. Like so. Grab that, yank it, grab these, yank it down together so you kind of more or less block out the shape. Okay? Yeah, and then this one I'll show how to do that. Alright. This here needs to be fixed. It's too close, too tight, and when I bevel, they're gonna crash into each other. So here's the thing where to show how to do merge vertices. I'm gonna right click, go to vertex mode, right? Stop. And I'm gonna show a tool called you hold on Shift, hold on the right mouse button as well. There's this thing called merge vertices. merge vertices. Okay. Oh no, target weld. Okay, target weld. Again, that is hold down shift, hold down the right mouse button, merge vertices. Okay, it'll change the menu a bit. Target weld. Let go. This right here, basically whatever I want to smash down is going to do it. Click once, drag it down. And again, the reason why I'm down this, they call this down resolution, right? So anything I do here and here, I gotta make sure that it follows suit like that. Wait, whoa. Press 1. Yeah, because I'm gonna bevel here later on. So like that. Now as you can see, what the hell is this? So as you can see, the face kind of looks weird, right? The shading. Again, same tool, mesh display, soften, harden, option box. 20 is good. Apply. I'll bring it back to be more of a harder shading tone. Lower the number, the more faceted. Higher the number, more shaded it's gonna look. All right. Okay. All right. So from here, okay. Now I need to push out the controller console thingamajig right here. So go to faces, right? And again, just to quickly say, this is your construction history. And as a matter of fact, there seems to be a lot of information, right? So I need to go to edit, delete by type, history, clears it out. Because as I mentioned previously, if you have a lot of that going on, eventually it will corrupt your file and you will lose everything. So I'm gonna now push out the controllers platform. Right click, go to faces. Again, that was hold on right click, choose faces. So like that and that. Okay. Space bar. So I'm gonna just look over here while I'm coordinating from here. And what I'm gonna do, get that out of my way. What I'm gonna do is hold down shift, hold down right mouse button, extrude face. There you go. And I just want to go from a local trend. No, I don't want that. Offset. No, I don't want that. Thickness. It's all the same, I guess. Yeah, might as well just push it out. Okay. Then spacebar. Alright, so I'm gonna go to vertices. I'm gonna grab that. I'm just gonna. Ooh, yeah. See, you can get confused right here. See? Do that. I'm gonna grab that. Yank it over here. Right. Yeah, you gotta have a good eye to catch these things. Hit R, right? Grab all of those and I'm gonna flatten it like that, scale wise. Right, good. And this here. Guess it's okay. Alright, so we got that and that, good. Alright, so just taking a look and gotta make that one afterwards. So let's get the overall shape, right? It looks a bit wide, yeah. Right, if you see that compared to that, the screen. If you imagine the screen, so I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna press R, and I'm just gonna imagine something like that, maybe. Oh, but not only that, but it kicks in more. See, it recedes in, so it kind of fools you. Right. Yeah, this thing will mess with you, man. Okay, so right, there's a couple of things I want to do. I want to get rid of some of these lines. Right click, go to edges. Okay, I'm gonna get that and that. I'm gonna just double click, so I get both sides. I'm gonna grab that and that, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Reason why I'm gonna get rid of it is because if you think of a wire mesh and you start bending and pulling on a, say, a chicken coop mesh, well, you have to deal with all the other wired parts, you know, because it's not a silky smooth piece of object. Same thing with this, you have to deal with these parts, you know, like for example, if I grab that and I want to yank it, I have to deal with that, see? So that's why I'm saying to delete these things. Makes it cleaner, easier to work with. So hold on shift, hold on right mouse button, delete edge. Good. It will still maintain its shape. Yeah. And then, you know what? I want to kill this off too. I'm gonna go grab that edge. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, I'm gonna press Q to get rid of the tool for now. Q, and I'm gonna grab that. Right. Just making sure I know what I'm grabbing. Looking around, and I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna grab that. Press 5. Okay. I'm gonna leave this midline because I need that to do my symmetry so that the computer software knows that I'm gonna grab, if I grab something here, it's gonna grab there. Symmetry. Only way I'll know is this line. Anyway, so those I need to delete. Shift right click and hold, delete edge. Right? I do not recommend just pressing the delete key. It's not a clean delete, meaning that it'll leave some things behind, like the leftover vertices, like that. So it's best to just do it where you like shift right click, delete edge. That's the official way to do it, the right way. And I don't need these either. I just want the base shell. There's no purpose for me to have these right now, but I want to make sure I look at what I'm seeing. Here's an example. If I just press delete, it goes away, right? It looks like it. But if you hold on right mouse button and go vertex, this is what it leaves behind. There are times where you want these behind to help maintain its shape, because if you do this, see what happens? But in our case, we don't want it. So you can just select all of those vertices, right? Making sure you know what you're getting, selecting, shift right click, and you could just go delete vertex as well. Oh, never mind. Okay, fine, undo, edge. All right, so I'm back to edges, because I just did an undo key, shift right click, delete edge. All right, good. All right, so next, just gotta block that out. Right. It's better to just make this outer shell, I think, yeah. Right. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just get this outer shell right here. You see this outer shell? I'm gonna just make that, right? So the way I'm gonna do that is I selected this face, right? This one on my right side, right? I'm gonna go to a new tool, mesh, edit mesh. Okay, edit mesh, duplicate. All right. And this new little window pops up, poly chip off 1, and the original cube, something happens to it. It makes a group, and within that group we have this poly surface 1, poly surface 2. This is that piece. So if I press W, okay, and I'm gonna name this Arcade right side wall shell, sidewall panel shell. Just to name it something, I'm gonna know exactly what it is. So I named it. Okay. And this here is the original one, but if I move it, alright, so it's still good. Good. I'm gonna name it arcade main body, right? And the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna highlight all of it, select it. I'm gonna go edit, delete by type, edit, delete by type, history. So you see how I kind of deleted something right around there. There's a reason why it's a lot of techno babble. So I'm just gonna just say to delete it. And I'm gonna grab both of these, and I'm just gonna yank it out. Alright, the way I did it was I selected this and this, middle mouse, I hold down middle mouse while I have those selected and yank it down and let go. Then this, it's grouping thing, it's group, delete it. Because if I don't delete history and clean all that up, it's gonna delete the whole thing. So here's this, right? And then what I want to do is give it some surface volume, surface area. See that? It's about what, 2 inches thick, right? Give or take. So before I do that, I'm gonna just look at it right before I do any major changes, right? Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna grab that, shift, hold on the right mouse button, go to edge, grab that and that, okay. And so I grab those edges and I just want to experiment how it looks like. So I grab it like that. Okay. So you don't have to do this. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Right, I'm just trying to visualize how it would look like. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, I probably would need to do that. So this one, just a side panel. What I'm gonna do is, first thing you notice is, alright, X is good. Okay. What I want to do is I want to place my pivot point more aligned with the body of this shell, right? So I'm gonna grab the body, I'm gonna make a layer for it, hide it, double click here, I'm gonna name it underscore arcade body underscore save. Alright, good. And then from there, what I'm gonna do is grab just a side panel wall. I'm gonna hold down D as in, press D as in David once, right? So that my move pivot is activated. And I'm just gonna press V as in Victor, hold it down. And from the middle, I can snap and drag it there. And then from there, let go, right? So that's clicking D as in David once, activates the move pivot tool. Then hold on V as in Victor so I can move and snap it down there. Then press W to get out of it. Right. Now what I want to do is I need to extrude, make a shell out of this. How do I make a shell out of it? Well, I'm gonna go hold on shift, hold on right mouse button, extrude, right? Okay. Then I'm gonna just pull like that. And I'm gonna turn my arcade body back on just to compare. Alright, so that's a good amount. Let go outside, click outside. That's good. Then I'm gonna just grab that, because this is why you need the display layers and name everything, because you can lock everything out. Now I'm gonna go to front view. Okay, press 5. There's a reason why I'm doing this. And right click, face. Okay, I'm gonna go press 4. And see, now I'm gonna hide my photo references because it's blocking my view. This is why this is important again, I'm mentioning. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. I'm gonna just make a line going down. So I only select the inside these down here, right? So what I did was I made a line, a marquee dragging down inside like that, see? All the way down. So again, I'm gonna do it here, right here, drag all the way down like that. Okay. Or you could also just grab the whole thing, right? I'm in faces, I grab the whole thing, hide the arcade body, hold down control, click here once, turn it over, click here once again, while holding control. That will deselect. So I got all those faces. So now what am I going to do? Well, I want to extrude outward. So I'm going to shift, right click and hold, extrude face. I want to turn the arcade body back on, just to kind of from here, the blue arrow, pull. There you go. Looks nice. Spacebar, spacebar. Just want to check to see if these lines are straight. Spacebar, spacebar. Lines are straight. Very clean. This one's not clean. Maybe if I put, what if I do that? That doesn't do anything. This is the floating panel. Oh, right, good. See, the thickness one is actually a cleaner extrude. See, it's straight, thickness. So before I was grabbing on the Z, that's called your local translate Z. Locally, based off of the object, it's local orientation of how it's standing and whatnot. If you drag that, that is your local translate. But when I did that, it made my extrusion over here like crooked. If you scrub the video backwards, you'll see that this is getting kind of off. So basically, if you do thickness, it's a cleaner push out, which makes a huge difference. So maybe 0.15, maybe 0.125, like that. And I want to give it enough where you can notice it, because in the world of art and design, you want it to be noticeable. See how noticeable it is, and it's actually nice. Like strong geometric shapes. See, and now we got the interior. That is sweet. Okay. So let's go out. Let me save this. To incremental save, it is Control Alt and S. And it's gonna be, well, you don't see it here. It's gonna do like 0.0002, like that. Turn on the references. So yeah, it's within bounds of what I want, except for this here. Can fix that later. Then this, I want to fix this. But before I fix that, I want to show this other tool. So I'm happy with this shell, okay? But I need to clear out my information that's relating to where it's positioned in the 3D world, right? I'm gonna go to modify, freeze transforms, freeze transformations, clear it out. So it's clean, but why did I do that? Spacebar into my front view. Okay, I'm gonna hide my photo references. I'm gonna hide the arcade body, and I'm gonna explain why this matters as well. Right now it's zeroed out. So from here, I'm gonna press D as in David once to activate my move pivot tool. I'm gonna press V as in Victor, and I'm gonna hold down V as in Victor, and with my arrow here, I'm gonna snap it. God damn! Why are you doing that? Snap it up. Okay, I moved it over. My snap pivot's not working. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this on. This is your snap to grid on, right? And my move pivot is active. If I press D, right? Long as you see this blue circle and this, that means my move pivot is live. Now I'm gonna just move it. I am not pressing V as in Victor. I'm just grabbing, using my left mouse, my mouse, and left click on the arrow here and move it over, drag it over. I'm not holding the V key as in Victor. I am not holding it. Press W to get out of it. Then I have to go back here, turn off the grid, snap to grid. Right, so a couple of those steps, what was the whole point? I'm gonna make a copy of it. Spacebar, right? And other thing I forgot to mention is I need to put it in the center of the world right here. So again, I'm gonna turn on the grid, snap to grid, and then I'm gonna tap on the D as in David key once to make it live, and then the blue arrow, I'm gonna just snap it to the middle of the 3D world. Let go by pressing W. Okay. Then I'm gonna uncheck my grid, snap to grid, and finally I'm going to do my flip. Edit, duplicate, and duplicate. Yeah, I might as well do the duplicate. So I'm gonna do duplicate. All right, and looks like it did nothing. It made a copy on top of it, right? But what I'm gonna do is from here, while I'm still selecting the copy because that's 1 at the end, on this axis, left to right, that is my x-axis, I'm going to do a -1. Currently it is 1. I'm going to do a -1, and that will flip it. Okay. And when I turn the arcade body back on, it's a perfect, snug fit. Like that. It looks starting to look nice. Bringing back memories. Alright, so that, and then I'm gonna turn on my photo references. So I'm looking here, and as you can see, the panel, right? You see this plane is going back, and it's pushing back in, and I need to show this area, but right now it's tight. Reason why I also want to show it is because the proportional mass will start to look more normal because it looks squat, and you don't have a arcade where the screen is like squat, you know. So what am I gonna do? Well, this will teach you a couple of other tools. God damn it. Unlock all of that. Grab this one. Move it over here for a bit. Maybe I'm gonna bring it up here. bring it here closer to me so I can take a good look. Then I'm gonna lock the photo references again. Set to R, save it. Okay, good. So first thing I notice is I want this to recede. I'm gonna grab that, right? I want the panel, this here, to push back. How do you do that? Well, there's a bit of a hidden trick where you go right click, go to edges, right? I'm gonna grab that, right? No, not that. I'm gonna grab this and this, those two edges. Then from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just press D as in David once. Again, this activates the move pivot. Okay, it activates it, right? And what I'm gonna do is I want this gizmo controller contraption to get bigger. I'm gonna press the plus sign, like the plus sign to make it bigger, right? And I'm gonna rotate this down. You see these arrows, right? You see how they're a perfect right angle, right? Well, I'm gonna manipulate it and change the rotation of my move arrows, so to be aligned with this line. So the red circular axis, right? I'm gonna carefully, right here, I know this, and pull it down. I'm not letting go of my arrow, of my controller, and my mouse, like that. Perfect. Then I'm gonna press W to get out of that, and you'll notice it's like that, right? And it's aligned. I'm gonna push that back. So push, bam. So I'm trying to gauge how much. So like there, that's good. Yeah, there you go, like that. Let go outside. Then this part right here, this guy also recedes. See that? And it's going back at from here. Yeah, it's going here and going that way. So I'm gonna grab that and that. I'm gonna first save, Control Alt S for incremental save. Then spacebar, spacebar. I'm gonna hide my photo references, right? From here, I'm just gonna pull that, and I'm just gonna use my best judgment, like that. See? And I know that I'm gonna turn my photo references back on. If I'm gonna look in my front, it goes up. So whatever this angle is here, this angle, right? This angle there, it's gonna push back further. You see that angle going like this from here? And see how much of a gap there is for that panel. So I'm gonna look here, and I'm gonna hide the photo reference. From here, something like that. Like that. Okay. Alright, so I'm looking at it. See? I'm gonna unlock my photo references. Okay. Okay, so almost there. I'm looking at that here. I think this here could push back more. See that? See how tight it is next to that? So select the body, right click, go to faces. So I'm holding a right click, hover over faces, let go, select that, select that. Now I'm going to push back in. Like that. Yes, just enough. So when you see me flicking and stuff, basically I hold on right mouse button, go to object mode, let go. So I'm looking here and here. You see this? Go to faces, select that and that. No, I'm going to select this and this. Press F to frame it because it's wigging out on me. And I'm going to press D as in David once. And I'm going to just rotate it up like this. Right, so what I did was grab my grab the correct axes. Maybe do it like that. Press W. Right, and I'm gonna pull this down so I get more of a parallel line between this and this. Click out there, and I think this panel is more narrow. This is fat compared to this. So I'm just gonna grab that edge and that edge. I'm just gonna pull. Click outside. And yeah. And I'm kind of even wanting to tempted to go to edges, click that and that. What is it? Alright, click that and that. And I'm gonna press D as in David once. Activate my move pivot. I'm gonna from this axis, right, the red one, rotate it like so. Right. Press spacebar, spacebar. I'm going into this view. I'm going to hide my photo references. And I'm just aligning this arrow to be like that. So run the right axis. It looks pretty close, head on. Spot on, see? Goes up like that. Reason why I want that is because press W, I can be confident that it's going to maintain that structure. See, now it's making a big difference. Right? See, it looks like a real arcade machine. I like this. Spacebar, turn on photo references, right? Hell yeah. This is dope. Brings back memories. And go to face select and select. Tuck this down a bit. There you go. And if you, so that's what, 33 minutes? It's kind of long, but if you notice, there's not much of a lip here and here. Because when you play arcade games, you're gonna bang your arms around here. And people can't lean on it and look at what's going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select it, go to faces, select and select, and then spacebar, right? and I'm gonna hide the photo reference. Oh boy. All right. Right, it's very not even. Yeah, this has to be lifted. So let me just try it out then. You know what? Right now I have selected just the faces, so I'm gonna hide the photo reference, and I'm gonna pull up something like that. Give it just a tiny lip. Yeah, that, see, even that makes it look normal. Right, so what I did was, again, I was in faces and I just pulled it up, and I knew exactly how much I wanted by using my side view and gauging it off of this guy. See this? That's my panel, right? That's my panel, the one that I'm not selecting. Right, so that's my panel. Then click outside. See, you could feel it. Right, see? Now I kind of want to grab this, go to edges, maybe drag it down a bit more so you kind of feel the, you know, how it's kind of caved in. It's a bit much though. See now, see? Maybe it's a bit much. Maybe I'll go to faces, right? Spacebar, turn off the photo reference. I'm gonna press D as in David, maybe bring it back a bit. You know, I press D as in David to activate the move pivot. I've selected my faces, okay? So only these two faces are being selected. And I'm gonna carefully rotate it down so it's flat and aligned. See? I'm using the clue of the angle of the I'm using this angle of these faces to align my move arrows. I press W, okay? And the whole point is I want to bring it back a bit. And you notice how these lines are creeping, which I'll show how to fix that. The reason why I'm bringing that back is that it's recessed too much. See that? That's only about like what? 3 inches maybe, and I went down a whole lot. So before and after. Maybe that. See? Click outside. Then you notice how these are coming back out. You're right? This here, I don't like that. It needs to be more flush. So what do you do? Well, I'm gonna select the main body again. Right click, go to edges. I'm gonna select that edge and that edge, right? Right, just the edges. Before I was selecting these faces. Now I'm just gonna select these edges. And with spacebar into my side view. And you see, this is where you see that gap right here. That's where it's jutting out. So same little trick. Press D as in David once. Rotate it carefully using these axes. You have to be careful. Press W. Zoom in. That's pretty spot on. Now I'm maintaining this angle of this plane. And I'm going to carefully just do something like that. And it still maintains this. It doesn't make it bigger because I can undo, see, and redo, right? It just looks more aesthetically pleasing. See, lines up, see that? This here. So everything looks mechanically sound and flush. Yeah. And that's how you block out that shape. Um, I don't want to make this. This is ugly. I personally believe. You know. I don't know. I think it's stupid looking. If you want to make it, you can. I mean, it's already 38 minutes. So, yeah. If you really want to make it, let me know in class. I'll go ahead and show you. It's not that hard at all, actually. Really simple. I just don't want to make it. Yeah. And then in terms of the extra additional stuff, like here and here, that's not hard at all either. So this looks fun. It'd be good to just put textures on this, and yeah, and it looks good. Okay, I'm done. This will be part of my other series of blocking in the shape. This is purely just blocking in. The details I haven't made. Alright, bye.